Hey, it's Lance. Welcome back to Brutal Damage. Today we have a fun matchup between Damiano and Thyra. Let's check out the lists. So, since this is a solo match, I tried to pick two lists that would be fun to watch together, but not completely have one list be tailored against the other list. So with that in mind, I brought one of my favorite armies in the Kingmaker's theme, the Kingmaker's army theme. Piloted by Captain Damiano. He's rolling with 3 Nomads, just your normal cheap beat sticks. We have Kell Bailoch as a free option because he's amazing. Stannis Brocker and 1 Steelhead Arcanist. The Arcanist is in there if I need to face incorporeal things like cricks or some other crazy shenanigans, but doesn't really come up in this matchup. We have 2 full units of Steelhead Halberdiers. And then as our perk for being in Kingmakers, we have a unit of Trench for Infantry with the Officer and Sniper for free, and a unit of Trencher Long Gunners with the Long Gunner Officer being free as well. So the idea here being Damiano has Surefoot on Trenchers, making him Def 15, no knockdown, with Tough is amazing. And then Damiano has his battle maneuvers he can hand out to the Halberdiers, and just basically kind of gum up the board, and then on feet turn hopefully get some damage done. So that's what we're working with Damiano. Let's go take a look at what Thyra is bringing to the table. Thyra, sweet Thyra. She is probably my favorite Protectorate caster. This list was actually the first one that I got painted by Frontline Gaming Studios. So I try to play this list whenever I can just because I think it looks so cool in the table. It's not necessarily great right now into the meta of high arm targets. It would have been better in Mark II, the Infantry machine era. So we're going to play it today into Damiano. I think it'll, have some legs there. We're in Guardians of the Temple. Guardians of the Temple basically is the theme you take if you want to run Temple Flame Guard, when they're base to base with other models in the unit, they get tough and can't be knocked down. With them being arm 20 under mini feet and shield wall, and having set defense, that's a pretty hard nut to crack. And then the other benefit for this theme is up to 1 Daughters unit can ambush. And really, Daughters are not in a great place, but I think with Thyra, that's like the only way that I would take Daughters, since she has the elite cadre giving them vengeance. So for my Jack loadout, I have Blood of Martyrs because it's Thyra's Jack. He's fantastic. Sanctifier because I know stuff's gonna die. Want to collect those souls. And then we have Nicia. She is a fantastic solo to cap some flags. Pyrrhus. He is the Flame Guard hero. Awesome model, have to take him with the Flame Guard. Gatekeeper, again, to collect more souls. And then Menoth having the variety of 1-point options. We've got 2 mechanics and 2 racks, followed by 2 full units of Temple Flame Guard, both with the Officer and Standard, a max unit of Flame Bringers, Min Choir, and then 2 Daughters of the Flame. So we'll see how this primarily melee focus but quick list is going to match up against Damiano. So let's go. So Protectorate won the roll-off, and I decided to have them go first. I feel like I have a pretty fast list that has some access to Pathfinder with the Flamebringers and Relentless Charge through Pyrrhus on the Temple Flame Guard. So I really just wanted to get up the board as fast as I could. So I picked, go first for Protectorate, which led the Merc army get to choose side. They have a little less Pathfinders, so I opted to slot them on the left-hand side where they have a trench. They have farther that they can go in the top zone without having to worry about terrain. And then in the bottom, we can kind of run around that rough terrain there. So that was the deployment choices. As far as how things look for Protectorate, I deployed with Thyra in the middle, 2 Jacks right next to her on both sides, I have the Flamebringers on the bottom side, thinking that they will be able to out-threat and really kind of chew through whatever is put in front of them, whether it's trenchers or halberdiers. And then I decided to go heavy on the Flame Guard in the middle and top zone, just to contest that forever with the base-to-base, no knockdown shenanigans. After normal Protectorate deployment, we moved over to the Merc side. Damiano deployed centrally, like you do. And on the top flank, we have a unit of Long Gunners deployed up there. We then have both units of Halberdiers on the bottom with Stannis in the middle. We got an Arcanist behind that, and I believe the rest of my army is AD. So we swapped back over to Protectorate, who deployed one unit of Daughters on the bottom, AD, as well as the Rack and Nisia, which from this angle looks like she's a little too far up, so sorry for that. And we do have another Rack up in the top forest. Flipped it back over to Mercs. We AD'd the Trencher unit as well as Kell Bailoch. And one thing to note is I did keep one unit of Daughters ready to ambush. So without further ado, let's get into round one, Protectorate. So we decide to go with Thyra first. She activates, she puts Gates of Death on herself. She puts Silence of Death on the Blood of Martyrs Jack, and she puts Occultation on the Flamebringers. She then charges a Nomad, and obviously fails her charge, but gets the extra 3 up there. Here we are going ahead and measuring threats in the top zone. The Flame Guard are not going to mini feat. I think I end up giving a couple models base to base that are within assault threat of trenchers, but the back line behind them, kind of blocked by that tree right now, is going to serve as a second wave. I'm hoping to do a tier 2 mini feat once I get into the zone and really gum it up there and not waste that right now. That was Pyrus, just running to be pretty invincible with the Unbreakable Wall rule. Here we're just going with the second unit of Temple Flame Guard, and these are all runs. Nothing really threats them, except maybe Kell Bailoch walking around and taking a single shot, but if he does that, then he's dead, so not too worried about that there. Next, I think I'm figuring out how far the Daughters can run and not be within charge range of the Steelhead Halbs. Or Stannis. That second dice there, the 5, that is Stannis' threat. So we're running this unit of Daughters as far as we can, just making sure we don't lose him right off the bat. Next here, we're going to find out later, spoiler alert, but this wall is amazing for Flamebringers who have Repo 5. So they run up to stay out of threat. They have an Occultation, but there's not really anything that's going to shoot them. But I mean, they're a great unit to put Occultation on. The Sanctifier runs up as well, as does Blood of Martyrs. And then we have the rest of the solos in the choir just tuck up behind to end Protectorate turn 1. So I am going into this Merc's turn trying to think, how do I get up the board without giving away too many of my inexpensive, easy to kill Halberdiers. I'm trying to think about how do I maneuver around that central forest where I ended up placing most of my heavies. And I'm also trying to figure out how far forward I want the trenchers to go, because once they get engaged in melee, they are much less effective. So here we have Damiano. He went first. He cast Road to War. He walked up and then he put Surefoot on the trenchers because it's just amazing. Here we have the Halberdiers just running to engage. And then you can see me here. I remember, oh yeah, they have acrobatics and parry, the Daughters. So let's spread out a little bit to not just let them dig deeper. Then we have the second unit of helps just run, get up in the zone, contest basically most of the central bottom zone as well as the central rectangular zone. And then we have, we move up towards the, because I don't know where Stannis is going to go. You saw I looked at Stannis and I'm like, I don't know, I'll come back to that later. So we do a cautious advance with the trencher unit. We walk up and we take some pot shots at some of the Temple Flame Guard. So we're getting everybody up there throughout all the... Oh, I forgot the sniper. There we go, Lance. Good job. So we do take some shots. I think a couple at the top unit and like 1 or 2 shots at the bottom unit. We ended up only killing 1 thanks to the tough checks being made by the Flame Guard. And they're not knocked down, and they are when they're base to base from the theme. So that was the 1 Flame Guard that I removed, which gave a soul to the Reclaimer Gatekeeper. Doing a couple more shots. Oh, I guess we do kill another one up top, but not as much as I would like. This is what I get for playing 2 armies that have a lot of tough no knockdown shenanigans. So it serves me right. Here we're just completely forgetting about the ability for the daughters to ambush next turn, but we just run up behind the trenchers with the long gunners, hoping to provide that second line of fire. Maybe they'll be able to stand still and do their double shot if we're lucky there. Kell thought about walking up, but then decided to hang in the trench. We go ahead and we run all 3 Nomads centrally. We then run Stannis over to be a little more closer to the action, and finally we finish up with the Arcanist running into the trench. So Protectorate turn 2. Thyra upkeeps Silence of Death on Blood of Martyrs, upkeeps Gates of Death on herself, and allocates nothing. Completely forgot to ambush this turn. It would have been a great turn to ambush and run into or charge into some long gunners in the top section up there. But I completely forgot to. So we will do that hopefully the next turn. So like I really have my work cut out for me here. You can see my daughters on the bottom are already engaged with the halbs over there. So really that's going to be kind of clean up what I can there. Right now, I guess we started off with the Temple Flame Guard who walked up, shield walled, and mini feet. So they're sitting cozy at a big old blob of tough, no knockdown, armed 20 with set defense. So I think we have, it's kind of hard to tell from here, but it looks like we have at least 3 or 4 in the zone up there, along with Pyrrhus, however you want to pronounce that. Much the same here, the other Temple Flame Guard, Shield Wall, and Iron Zeal mini feet as well. So they are at least 4 or 5 in that bottom part of that top circle zone. And that's a really hard nut to crack. We saw the Reclaimer Gatekeeper walk up behind there because we'll probably lose a couple. Might as well convert them into souls to give out more Ashen Veil later. Here, this is really sad. Nissia charged a Halb. I wanted to just charge a Halb, kill one, and sprint away. She missed her first attack. She missed her rapid strike attack. And she's all out of attacks then. So she's just chilling there. I mean, staring down 20 Halberdiers, 3 Nomads, and yeah, Nissia did not do it for me there. So she is, we're going to have to try to deal with her later. We ended up charging the daughters here, which might have been a mistake, just because of set defense on the Halbs. Charging, I think we need 9s if I, yeah, I believe it's 9s. Yep, needing a 9. So we missed most of our charge attacks, but luckily daughters have 2 initials, so the second ones hit about half the time. So here you can see we clear about half the Halb unit with those daughters there, so not terrible. The horses really don't have anything to do besides kill Halberdiers, since they're blocking all the more expensive pieces behind, like Stannis and some Nomads. So we walk up because they're speed 9, it's no need to charge. And these guys just do work. Between 2 initials, with sidestep and grievous wounds. Not like the Halbs have tough here, but they're just chewing through those lines. So the nice thing, yeah, they also have parry, which is fantastic, and they've just been playing kind of hopscotch over that wall, like the old RC cars you needed to rev up. They're just going forward, back, just kind of siphoning off that second and third layer of Halbs as we go on. So here we have Thyra moving up. Thyra, I believe here she is walking up and boosting damage on a stranglehold on the Nomad. Right there, right below the objective. So she hits it, she does damage. So that Nomad has stranglehold, can't charge or do special actions. Thyra, if I remember this turn, she will be porting back 6 via Gates of Death. You can see the first turn, I believe I forgot that. But we have the Sanctifier run up behind, likely collecting some souls from some of the horses that might die. We roll up with the Choir as well. And that about wraps it up for Protectorate turn 2. There's my Gates of Death move, and we'll see what Mercs can do to me. So as the Merc player here, I don't feel that I'm in a terrible spot, but I also see that the bottom zone is starting to collapse with Halbs being cheap. I mean, those horses are just peeling them off. So with Damiano here, we start this turn by upkeeping Road to War. We also upkeep Surefoot on the trenches because it's just so damn good. And we're really thinking here, how do we remove as many daughters as we can in the bottom? How do we remove at least half of the horses, probably the horses that are in front of the wall? How do we kill Nasia? And we're just going to try to get some shots off, maybe kill a couple Temple Flame Guard. But I'm expecting the top zone to be contested for the rest of the game. No score there on either side. So Damiano went. Damiano walked up and put Death March on the middle unit of Halbs. He also feeded because I figured hitting a little harder and then being +2 arm as well for the next turn. This is going to be the turn to do it. We're going to first go with the remainder of this small Halb unit in the bottom. They are going to be doing CMAs to try to kill a couple daughters. Looks like the leader does this job there. Probably fiddling with the camera. Oh, Proc and Vengeance. I remembered to place a token for that this turn. I think we killed 3 daughters. Leaving... Nope, we only killed 2. So, yeah, that's that bottom Halb unit done. We are charging in with the Death Marched Halbs here. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but they also did get battle maneuvers from Damiano, so they will have Repo 5 after they do their business. So we are charging in here. Halbs actually hit pretty hard under feet and when charging. So we are really not too worried about scalping out those the first 2 horses there. I believe we start swinging on that the top horse who goes down. We then swing on the next horse. No, we decide to do a CMA on Nasia and kill her for her failure. So she is off the board. I believe that'll be another soul to the Reclaimer Gatekeeper, but actually no, it would be the Sanctifier because they're that close. It looks like we actually did not kill that other horse. I believe we missed the CMA charge there, which is sad. We did repo in farther with battle maneuvers to jam. So we're engaging the Sanctifier. We moved the Nomad that was strangleholded up because that's about all he can do. So we saw Stannis there, jockey for position. He's going to be able to, he's kind of eyeing up the Sanctifier next turn, or maybe he could do a cleave swing and take out a couple horses. In the top zone, we decide to assault in with the trenchers, just to basically sign off on that zone being never scoreable by either side. I don't know why I did this to myself, playing 2 armies with tough, no knockdown abilities, but yep, that's what Lance did. So we're assaulting in here. I just love that the sniper who is prone can assault. That's always been a fun thing for me to watch. I believe... Yeah, we don't do too well here. It looks like we're rolling to hit, and the hits that we do crack armor, most of the Flame Guard are making their tough checks. We did just see a 1 there, so we have killed 1 so far. Believe we are almost through the assault shots here, and then we'll go to the brutal charge swings, which I think are going to be POW 11, so they're dice off 9. So kind of rough. Yeah, we're just finishing up the shots on this trencher unit. At least they were able to get up the board to kind of stop the Flame Guard from really chewing forward too much. I remember this turn, I put a little marker down right there. That's the Daughter's ambushing threat range. So we're activating the long gunners now, and my thought is just to do a couple CMAs or CRAs to pick off either an extra Flame Guard or 2 that's not already engaged, or I was trying to see if I could pick off a mechanic or the Reclaimer Gatekeeper, but it looks like the Gatekeeper is blocked line of sight wise. But the rest of the long gunners ran just outside the charge range of ambushing Daughters to hopefully be relevant for at least 1 more turn. I don't think the long gunners killed a... Oh, nope, that's the Nomad. Yeah, long gunners didn't kill a single Flame Guard. That Nomad walked up and bopped a Flame Guard who then gave a soul to the Reclaimer Gatekeeper. Kell Bailoch found a sweet line through that forest where he could aim and take a shot at a mechanic. So he does that. I guess he didn't aim. He walked up to get a little bit better angle, and being Kell Bailoch, he blows the mechanic off the board. It's a key thing to note here that I need more reps in with this list. Sorry, I've missed so many Road to War triggers. I could have moved Nomads back. I could have moved Nomads around the forest. That one just shuffled over because that was just a walk. Yeah, I definitely need to remember Road to War. I've been upkeeping it all game, but I really have not been using it. So definitely something I need to work on there. Still no score at the bottom of turn 2. Well, as the Protectorate player, I didn't lose as much as I thought I would, so I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty good spot, poised to take a scenario advantage this turn. Thyra upkept Gates of Death and Silence to Death on the Blood Martyrs. I remember to ambush here in a moment. I believe we do allocate 1 focus here to the Sanctifier. So he has 1 soul. And he will have 1 focus here from Thyra. Looking at this now, I don't remember if I decide to do my Vengeance, or if I remember to do my Vengeance on the bottom with the Daughters, but we will see here shortly. Still control phase, so looks like I missed my opportunity to do Vengeance, even though the damn token is right there. It's tough when you're flipping back and forth between playing both sides. You're trying to not like do things that you are like you can't bait yourself. Like I was thinking about playing Grimkin, but I just didn't feel confident that I'd be able to like accurately bait myself into using Arcana and stuff like that. So there's a lot to think about. But here Thyra's going. She took from both racks and 1 blew up. She is feeding. So here I'm deciding if I want to move her up a 2. I decide not to. Blood of Martyrs is going to go. And looks like he just bumped up a little bit. How did he move? Oh, I rolled it back a little bit and did an apparition from Blood of Martyrs. So just because that's his ability, that's his bond with Thyra. So here Thyra charged in and killed 2 Halbs and overtook back an inch, clearing a lane for the Sanctifier to go in. If I am able to clear those 2 Halbs in front of the Nomad, the Sanctifier is looking at going at that Nomad. One thing to point out is I did not cast Incite this turn on Thyra. And Incite would be great when we're trying to hit Def 15 sure-footed trenchers. So another blunder on my part. We are charging in with the Daughters right now. The ones that are hitting the long gunners are just running to engage. But we are charging, looks like 3 or 4 trenchers in the back. And the Daughters do remove all of those that they charge on pretty easily. I don't think Incite would have reached the Daughters, but Incite would have been very handy on the Flame Guard that are going to go later. First, we just moved the Mechanic up, and we battled Blood of Martyrs. So he is battled and silenced to death, so he's got +4 strength. He is going to go wail on the Nomad that is right behind his model, right north of it. And looks like I think he rolled decent for damage. We decided to take his sidesteps. I'm getting closer to threatening Damiano. I mean, he's literally right there, but I'm thinking maybe the following turn I could kill the objective because I don't think Damiano is going to stay there. But we are just, I think we blew the whole stack there and we left the Nomad on a couple boxes, which is pretty sad. For a pumped up Blood of Martyrs to not kill a 12-point heavy. Here we're charging in with Pyrrhus. He doesn't do... let's see what he does here. I think we're charging on those 2 trencher infantry. And yeah, he missed both of his swings. So he's just kind of... He's not having a great game. We walk up here with the Temple Flame Guard unit, just kind of gumming the zone a little bit more. We're doing CMAs here to even attempt to hit trenchers because I didn't cast Incite. And anyone that we hit made the tough roll. So all of those trenchers are still in that blob of disgusting garbage that I have created for myself. We have now activated the top Flame Guard unit. We're just trying our best to clear the trenchers up there. I think we might have killed one, but it's looking pretty sad. There I'd sadly take my vengeance token away as I realized that I forgot that, but they're just kind of jacking around, getting in the back arcs, and killing what they can of that Halb unit, the Daughters. So there's 1 lone Halb left in that bottom unit. And the middle unit's looking like it has 5 left. So we're activating the... that was the feet move, the 2-inch place on the Flamebringers. So we got an angle where that one went in on the Nomad, just to soften it up before the Sanctifier is going to go in. Looks like, oh, sorry, that was... He's clearing a path for the Sanctifier to go in, so he's killing Halbs right now. I didn't really have a good spot. I couldn't go completely 2 inches over the wall with the 50 mil bases, so those back 3 didn't really get the full effect of the feet move. They are charging. Yeah, they're just charging some Halbs. Actually, this might have been just a walk being speed 9. I think I opted to walk here again just with set defense. It didn't make sense to charge. I don't get to play light cav too often. Having the Repo 5, especially with parry on this, is just nuts. Like, they just clear stuff out and then they back up. Fantastic. That Sanctifier did... he did receive battle as well. Had to change the battery there, but he did charge in. And the Sanctifier, I believe, yeah, he damaged the Nomad a lot, but he missed an attack after the movement was crippled, rolling double ones. So he left it on 16 health, which is really sad. We're going to activate the Reclaimer Gatekeeper next. He puts a Cloud on himself with a soul and Ashen Veil on one of the front Temple Flame Guard just to make it harder to hit. A mechanic just moves up to maybe block a charge on the objective. Thyra reports back from Gates of Death, and Protectorate scores 1 in the bottom zone. Mercs turned 3 already, and my models on this side are evaporating. Damiano did remember to heal the injured Nomad with the stockpile, so he got his movement back. He did upkeep Surefoot on the Trenchers as well as Road to War. Here we're taking our Vengeance swings that we got from Death March on the Flamebringer horse, and we miss. So we're deciding where our focus goes here. We decide to fully load the left Nomad. We give 1 to the central Nomad. I'm hoping that the top, when I say left, I mean the top Nomad. We're hoping that he can blow up Blood of Martyrs and get lucky. But we'll see how that goes. Still debating if I want to, how low I want Damiano to go. So yeah, we do end up upkeeping that, or fully loading him. So we activate that dude first. We don't have feed anymore. We're blowing up the damage roll, but Lance is marking the damage on the Nomad instead of Blood of Martyrs. Another, you're switching between the two armies, and you have them in War Room. It's I don't know, it's tough. It's tough for me at least. I go back and fix this later in the turn, but I'm rolling really well, and it looks like I killed Blood of Martyrs, but I actually just killed my own Nomad's health box. So apologies for that. We'll fix it in a little bit. Blood of Martyrs will be back. We have our single Halb remaining in that bottom unit go up and try to kill a daughter and miss. We're trying to think about if we can get any damage on the objective if we are able to clear the Sanctifier. I'm hoping that with the Empower from the Arcanist and 2 Nomads and Stannis, we can at least clear the Sanctifier and get something on the objective to hopefully start being relevant in scenario since Protectorate is up 1. So I believe we're activating with the central Nomad that was maxed out on focus first. And we're doing pretty good damage. I believe... Yeah, we do pretty good damage. I think we leave him on like a couple health. Let's see what we roll here. Yeah, that's a better roll. So that's 9 damage. 4 damage. Looks like he's got about a column left. Now I realize I'm an idiot. Blood of Martyrs is back. So I re-roll the damage rolls. I decide to re-roll the damage rolls here, and Blood of Martyrs does not die. He has, I want to say, like 12 or 13 health left. But we did correct our errors, so feel a little bit better about ourselves. Deciding if I want Kell to shoot something or if I want him to try to pop Blood of Martyrs aiming. But first we're going to go in with Stannis to try to finish off the injured Sanctifier. Stannis is awesome, and he rocks him off the table. He then repos to still contest that bottom zone. We charge in on the objective with our Nomad, who I think we just had 1 swing. Yep, because that's all we had for focus. We did 7 damage, leaving the objective on 8. I'm not sure if we missed it already, but Kell did aim and shoot Blood of Martyrs twice, doing 6 damage. So that helps. So right now Blood of Martyrs is real low. He's got 4 health left, I think we just saw on my phone. So I'm doing what you never want to do, charging with long gunners, because I want to do 4 points of damage to Blood of Martyrs to actually kill him for real this turn. The other ones are charging some daughters with not the highest of hopes, but hey, this is where we are in this game. Yeah, and to recap what just happened there, we missed all the daughters and we did 1 point of damage to Blood of Martyrs. So he's sitting on 3, very much alive. And I have nothing else that can really get to him. We're activating the Trenchers now. They are trying to do some damage to Pyrus. But God, it's so sad. I believe we do 1 damage to him, even on the charge with those two Trencher infantry. I'm not sure if they charged or walked, but regardless, Pyrus, his fancy cloak is throwing a little glint off the sun in the eyes of those Trenchers, so they're not very accurate. Just craziness is happening here. We're swinging and we're actually killing the non-mini-feated shield walled boys, but every single one of them makes their tough check. Not even joking, everyone did. So that giant mess, the top zone, is starting to collapse for the mercs. We can see the Protectorate, especially with those daughters, are really threatening to maybe even clear the zone this game. So with Damiano, he runs to get away from some daughters with acrobatics because he's a baby, and there's no score. Turn 4 Protectorate. My hope for this turn is to clear the bottom zone. That should be pretty easy to go up to 2. And then I'm hoping to take at least 1, possibly 2 Nomads off the board. And really take a attrition as well as a scenario lead here. So Thyra upkept Gates of Death and Silence of Death on the Blood of Martyrs, who has 3 health left. The Choir are going to go up here shortly and battle Blood of Martyrs. Just thinking about the order of operations here. The bottom's going, yeah, I mean, just looking at it, it's going to be extremely easy to clear. We have to kill Stannis and a single Halb. So I guess we decided to go with the daughters first. 3 of them ran into the zone and 1 charged Stannis. It's because we could. Obviously not taking any free strikes because of parry. Stannis says, F you, does a defensive strike and just blows that daughter off the board, which I thought was pretty fun. We're going to activate the Flamebringers, and I'm having 1, a little risky, I'm having 1 take 2 swings at the Halb that I need to clear, but she does her job. So we've got 4 swings charging at Stannis, and then we have 1 other Flamebringer with 2 swings charging the full health Nomad in the center. So we're rolling okay. I think we decided to roll in the Nomad first. We didn't do too much damage to it, but we did kill Stannis. Scratch that. Opposite order. We murder Stannis, and then we do close to about 1/3 of health on that that Nomad. Since the daughters are capping the zone, I can be a little more aggressive this time with the Flamebringers. So I'm repoing 5 towards Damiano, saying, like, you gotta run away, man, or you're gonna die next turn. We're gonna activate the Choir now, and there's already a Choir boy in the forest, so we can put Battle and Blood of Martyrs. Both his arms are down, or broken, but with Silence of Death and Battle, he is just rocking the damage rolls with 1 dice. So he is, I believe he boosted damage once, but he does kill that Nomad. Which is great for Blood of Martyrs. He's doing a little shuffle here. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I believe he had 1 extra swing that he swung at a long gunner and might have taken it out. Thyra's getting ballsy. She is charging the injured Nomad. She's got 2 focus on her now. Charges for free, obviously, because she's a warcaster. She's a weapon master, so she's not doing bad here. She It's almost dead. I believe she left it on, I want to say, a box or two. So we'll come back later and we'll see how she can Gates of Death away to safety. But we're thinking about how we're gonna take care of that Nomad later. We're activating the Daughters now in the top zone to charge into the back of the sure-footed trenchers. And they actually do really well. They clear most of that unit up top here. Just going through the motions. Such a tedious game with with the tough checks, but the Daughters really coming in handy here with the rule that they have on their card. We get more of the Temple Flame Guard in the zone, and they do some swings on the remainder of the Trencher unit. They kill a couple. So we really don't have a whole lot left to activate here. We go with Pyrrhus. He charges, and I believe... yeah, he gets a lane to charge, and he kills the officer and the sniper. So he's making up big for last turn. Yeah, he made his points back here for sure. So that top flank is really starting to collapse. The bottom zone, I don't see any way that Mercenaries are going to score. So things are looking pretty good as long as Thyra doesn't die here for me. So the Gatekeeper put a Cloud on himself, touching the objective. And that's looking like a cute spot to port Thyra back, where he can't get charged by that Nomad. We score 1 for the bottom zone and go up to 2-0 Protectorate. So Captain Damiano he's not in a good spot, man. He's looking down the barrel of 4 Flamebringers. He's gonna do what he can here. He's upkeeping Road to War, and he's giving 2 focus to the Nomad in the center. The Nomad that's close to the objective was out of control, so he was not able to power up. At this point, as the Mercs player, I'm not really sure what my win condition is. I at least want to take out Blood of Martyrs this turn, so that by some miracle, we could maybe, by some miracle, clear the bottom zone and have Damiano score it himself and start to do the figure 8, like the yin-yang switch of the sides. But that's kind of a long shot. So we are activating that Nomad that was out of control. Took a swing on the objective and just biffed it. I believe he did 2 damage. Yep, so that objective has 6 health left. Was kind of hoping I get lucky and able to score a point there, but it didn't happen, and that's just how it goes. So this we're going with what did we do there? I believe that was Kell Bailoch aiming and just ripping a Daughter off the table. Sorry, not a Daughter, a Flamebringer. Damiano, I mean, he's got shiny gold armor. He's charging in here. He's not giving a what. He charges this Flamebringer and pastes her easy. Then decides to boost a Convection at the other Flamebringer that's still in the zone. And he misses that. So he's very sad. He has no focus. But we have ways where we can kill what's threatening him at least this turn. So we activate with that Nomad. We walk around and we basically just ace the other 2 the Flamebringers here with some decent dice rolls. I stand corrected again. Yeah, that's right. We don't kill that one, but we have this hero Halberdier here who charges the Flamebringer in the back, is able to go in a direction where he doesn't take free strikes from the Daughters with their half-inch, and he is able to wipe out the Flamebringer unit. So that guy's getting a name next game. Up in the top zone, I mean, I'm sad as both players in the top zone. This is a matchup I don't want to play again. Hopefully it's fun to watch, but basically the long gunners are just flailing around. They actually kill a couple daughters. The long gunners that are already engaged with Blood of Martyrs are doing what they can. 3 of them can swing on him. They did 2 damage, leaving him on literally 1 health that you can see right there. So that's so sad. We then flail around with some trenchers for the remainder of the turn, and we kill a couple Temple Flame Guard, but our hopes are dwindling as the Merc player here. We are at least going to be preventing scoring this turn, but I think that's all we got from the Merc side here. We'll see what Protectorate can do in the follow-up. We start this turn off by having the objective heal itself for 2, which I always forget that it's a friendly model. That's something you can do. I figure nothing else to heal in range, might as well do that. So we do that here shortly. My plan here is to hopefully win out on scenario. I can very easily clear the bottom zone. The damage Nomad that's near my objective, close to Thyra, is one of 2 contesting models in the center. There's 1 other long gunner next to Blood of Martyrs up there. So if I can clear the Nomad and that long gunner, so that would be 2 points. Then if I can somehow clear the top zone or kill the objective, that would be my 5-0 to win. So I'm hoping to edge it out here on scenario. We're activating with the daughters first, and they clear up almost all of the remaining trenchers. I believe there's 1 more that's engaging up in the top. But those daughters are they've carved out half the long gunners and half the trenchers, so they're doing work here. Thyra decides to go beast mode, charges over her own objective, and rips this Nomad off the table. Look at that roll. That was a 4-5-6-6. So that middle zone is 1 long gunner away from being scoreable. The daughters easily walk up and clear that last Halberdier in the bottom zone. The choir walk up and they battle Blood of Martyrs, who we had upkept Silence to Death because it's amazing, as well as Gates of Death on Thyra. But we... and another thing to point out here is that Blood of Martyrs had 1 box left in his Cortex. So he was... Thyra gave him 2... Focus is the word. Gave him 2 focus. So he's ready to go. He's got 1 health, 2 broken arms, no movement, and a Cortex. But man, he hits hard. So we had Pyrrhus fail his first turn, do awesome his second turn, and do unbelievable this turn. He's able to charge in, hit with his shield, kill Long Gunner, hit with his sword, kill Long Gunner, and then hit with his Rapid Strike and kill another Long Gunner, which is absolutely fantastic. Those were the 3 that were engaging Blood of Martyrs. 2 of them, it looks like 2 of them did tough, but they were knocked down because they're part of the Long Gunners, so they don't have Surefoot. Blood of Martyrs activates here, kills a Long Gunner, sidesteps, kills another Long Gunner, sidesteps again, and with 2 broken arms, has enough to ace the objective in, I believe, 2 swings. You see it's down to 7 health here, and we blow it up here. So that's 1, 2, 3 more for Protectorate. That's going to be a 5-0 for Menoth. Thanks again for watching. I know you guys had left a lot of comments before saying you preferred the sped up battle reports with voiceovers. They're not as easy for us to do scheduling wise, but we do want to keep putting out this type of content. So give it a like. We just hit 1K subs, I think yesterday during our stream. So things at Brutal Damage are doing great thanks to you guys. We really appreciate all the views, and we will keep these type of videos as well as the live streams coming. And yeah, till next time.